Hola amigos, soy Hansi de Blind Guardian. You're watching Mariscal Rock. If you really look at it, it's just 4.5 years. It's just because, you know, At the Edge of Time has been released in 2010, and Beyond the Red Mirror has been released in 2015. That's why it looks like 5 years, but actually At the Edge of Time has been released in September 2010, and Beyond the Red Mirror in January 2015. So basically it's 4 years and 4 months, which is more or less a natural time distance for us, even though this was not planned. We were intending to release that album in August 2014, but due to the complex songwriting and the production, there was no chance for us in accomplishing the album production-wise in the time we have had scheduled, and so we were postponing everything a little bit. And since our record company did not want to release an album in November or December, they decided to go for January. Technically, it would have been possible to release the album prior to the end of 2014, but logical, it didn't make any sense. That's the only reason. In general, it's, we come up with new songs which differ from what we have done before, and obviously you need your time to accomplish such songs. Mm-hmm. It's darker, that's for sure. It's more intense. Intensity is a trademark of Blind Guardian. You don't have to invent yourself with every new album. But I think the complexity and the dark attitude, and also the modern disturbing elements which we have brought in, they give a slightly different face to the album in comparison to what we've done in the past. We do intend to do, we would love to do so, but we still have a big mission, and that's the orchestral album, which we have worked on for 17 years. And so we have to wait until this is accomplished and released. This might be the case in 2016 or 17, depending on the simple fact if we are releasing a live album prior to it or not. So it's a little open. But in 2017, which is no anniversary, we certainly will have a few shows with orchestra.
It will be great.
It will be great. It will be also great for the old material, but because there is so much stuff which you really can feature in a nice little way, different way with orchestra. A song like Theater of Pain from Somewhere Far Beyond, for example, is already an orchestrated song, but we did not have the experience back then and worked with keyboard. So having the opportunity in 2017 to play with an orchestra means we can revisit such stuff as well. Demons and Wizards might be a good option for us in 2017 or 2018 to start with songwriting. Usually once we start songwriting, production goes quickly. I would guess the same year we start the songwriting, we will be able to finish the album. So consider Demons and Wizards album in end 2017, beginning 2018. That's a guess, but it's very possible. Mm-hmm. I mentioned the orchestral music we are intending to release. That is what we did with sort of Lord of the Rings frame when we did the songwriting, but it story-wise it will not be related to the Lord of the Rings. But once you listen to the music, you will see there are some score elements which immediately will remind you on the storyboard of the Lord of the Rings. I like them. I like the Lord of the Rings, and I also like the Hobbit. I think it's entertainment. It's done for families, and I'm not that picky. So it is not always a tribute to the Hobbit story straight, but he managed to bring in elements which I still enjoyed, and I like the fact that he delivered that into a fairy tale environment, different to the Lord of the Rings, which has that more serious attitude. So I found it quite interesting to see how he worked around with the two different elements. Well, I'm working on the Dwarfs of Markus Heitz, because Markus Heitz is a German author who's going to work with us on the orchestral album. And be it a story related to the dwarfs or not, this is something we have to deal out during the next weeks and months. But he's a very talented writer, and I have a black hole in my mind at the moment, because there is an American writer which I absolutely love, but I can't recall his name right now. So we leave it with Markus Heitz. I found the name. Patrick Rothfuss, the name of the Wise. I think that's the name of the story. Patrick Rothfuss. That's another great author to be, checked out. Sorry for interrupting you. Amazing. We played Bilbao. I mean, we played here so many times. I've been into Spain at least 50 times, and
tonight Barcelona. No.
Yesterday. Barcelona was maybe the best show on this tour so far. It's a tough competition in general, because all the shows have been really good. But yeah, I would say the challenge is in between London and Barcelona at the moment. I'm anxious to see what's going to happen tonight, because Madrid usually is a very strong audience for us as well, because they fall in love with us and we have fallen in love with them. So that's a very strong relationship, and I'm anxious to see what's going to happen. The tour is going very well, and the response of the audience on old and new songs was just great. It's amazing to see how they sing along with us. It's sometimes a little shaky for me, because even with the new songs, I have some fanboys and fangirls, they know the lyrics better than I do. So whenever I miss something, I'm like, okay, they got it. But that's the way it is.
And this question is for Hansi.
I'm Hansi, so that's okay.